Very soon after Irena's debut as a teacher, many people learned about her extraordinary ability to have insight into the souls of her students and to create a relationship based on trust. Irena's students saw in her teaching much more than mere instruction on how to play the piano. They grew not just as professional musicians, but also as human beings. In each student, Irena discovered, developed, and released creative forces.
In the morning, the hen decided to try to fly. Raise through.
At that time, she may not have realized herself that this creativity is so powerful and universal that it affects not only one's musical talent, but also one's whole personality as well.
That's great.
Creativity helped Irena's students not only to play better, but also to overcome psychological difficulties, improve relationships with others, and obtain harmony in their souls. So what happened later was probably meant to happen.
Then I understood that I kind of invented music therapy, because whatever I did started to work very slowly. I was very proud of myself. Really, it was at 70 and nobody in Soviet Union heard about music therapy. When I realized that music works, I tried to help other kids with different programs. It was Down syndrome. It was stuttering. It was, you name it, schizophrenia. Everything, hysteria, everything. I worked with a group of people who had stuttering, and after 4 sessions, the stuttering just stopped. Actually, it was funny because I played with them. We did a competition, who stuttering more, they or me or one of them. So after those sessions, they stopped stuttering. I started.
When, after 10 years of active work as a piano teacher and a music therapist, Irena moved to Israel, she began working in a Jerusalem psychiatric hospital.
Doctor who hired me came to the first session and wanted to see how I can do that. So my first session with patients where I somehow explained to them that I don't know Hebrew. And I told them, you're also not very talkative, right? You don't like to talk. So we will do the following. I will ask you a question playing piano. You will guess what question is and answer me by drawing. It was a very interesting conversation. The doctor who hired me was convinced that I can do that. And that's how my music therapy in Jerusalem started and lasted until I left Jerusalem.
While listening to Irena, I could not think of anyone else who would be able to do what this little woman was doing, helping people with psychological disorders, building the bridges to reach the distant minds, finding a ray of light in tangled personalities, and becoming a friend for those who had lost hope that they could ever be understood by anyone, even their closest relatives. She did all this while being a foreigner, employing the only tools she had, music and love.
I had many different patients, and in 1 year I knew Hebrew pretty good. So they called a conference for all psychiatrists in Israel. And I was supposed to have a report about my work. I asked to bring a person on the wheelchair. She was probably 90 years or more. She had only one phrase in her repertoire. The phrase was, "Ich will essen." That meant, I want to eat. And that's all she could say. So I started to work with her in front of the whole audience. I started to play a song, Russian folk song, that because the person was from Russia, this patient, a song that everybody in Russia knows. And suddenly she sat straight, started to sing this song to the horror of everyone in the audience. And after that, I started to ask her questions. How are you feeling? And she said, how could I feel? I'm so old, I'm so sick. And my kids never come to see me. And she talked about 3-4 minutes and then started again, "Ich will essen." So it was a very interesting demonstration what music and music therapy can do.